In the isolated heart of the Pacific, where the map fades into the abyss, lies a world that should not exist. A world forged in the violent volcanic forge of the Earth's inner core. These are the Galapagos, an archipelago born of fire and cooled by the crushing silence of the deep. Here, time is not measured in years, but in the slow, agonizing grind of tectonic plates. 600 miles from the nearest coast, isolation has bred a different kind of life. Alien, primitive, ruthless. In this crucible, evolution isn't a theory. It's a desperate, unyielding battle for every breath. There is no mercy here, only the law of the volcanic waste. To survive is to master the impossible. Welcome to the final frontier of the natural world. This is the top 10 most unique creatures of the Galapagos. Number 10. The marine iguana, a creature out of time. They are the only lizards on this planet to have surrendered the safety of the shore for the terrors of the deep sea. Dragons of the dark surf. To dive in the ocean is to invite the salt to kill you. But the iguana has a violent solution. It purges the brine from its blood through its nose. A rhythmic, necessary expulsion in a world of extremes. Every dive is a brush with death. As it sinks into the freezing currents, its heart rate slows to a crawl. It becomes a machine of cold blood, pushing its biological limits to the absolute breaking point. It hunts in the shadows where no other reptile can survive. But time is its true predator. Every second in the deep drains the heat from its very soul. If it stays too long, it will never surface again. The return to the surface is a race against the cold. It must reach the sun before its muscles seize. A delicate balance on the razor's edge of extinction, played out every single day. Survival is a heavy price. Number 9. The Galapagos giant tortoise, a living fortress. They are the silent witnesses to the island's history. They were here when the first volcanic peaks broke the surface, and they will be here long after we are gone. Their shells are maps of survival. Each scar, each ridge, is a record of 100 winters and 100 summers. They carry the weight of centuries on their backs, moving with the slow, terrifying gravity of time itself. Even the simplest journey across a lava field is a battle of absolute will. In the Galapagos, nothing is given. Every inch of progress is earned in blood and sweat. They see the world in a different tempo, a patience that borders on the divine. They can survive for a year without food or water. A masterclass in endurance, a living testament to the power of simply existing. Number 8. The blue-footed booby, a splash of brilliance in a landscape of shadow. But do not let the vibrancy fool you. Behind that mask is a predator engineered for high-velocity execution. Their dance is a ritual of survival, a complex code of movement that ensures the next generation. But when the dance ends, the hunt begins. High above the churning surf, they are the eyes of the abyss. They hit the water like a bullet, 60 miles per hour, a precision strike from 80 feet in the air. The impact would kill most birds, but the booby is built for the crash. The fish never see the end coming. Once beneath the surface, the hunt isn't over. They swim with a lethal, terrifying grace, shadows in a sapphire void. In the Galapagos, death comes from the sky, even in the heart of the ocean. Number 7. The Galapagos penguin, a refugee from the southern ice, trapped on the burning edge of the equator. A survivor in a world of heat and fire, a ghost of the Antarctic. The sun is their constant predator. They must hide in the dark crevices of the rocks to keep their blood from boiling. A constant hunt for coolness in a world that wants to bake them alive. A thermal prison, but in the water, their vulnerability vanishes. They are unmatched masters of the current, darting through the deep with a speed that defies the eye. In the Galapagos, speed is the only currency that matters. In these islands, you're always one step away from the edge. One missed meal, one hot day. That is all it takes for the archipelago to reclaim what is hers. A solitary watch in a lonely world. Number 6. The flightless cormorant. A bird that made a deal with the devil. It gave up the sky for the secrets of the deep. A heavy price for a lethal advantage. Evolution at its most extreme. It cannot fly. It cannot flee. It has anchored its soul to the rocks and the reef. A commitment to the hunt that is absolute and irreversible. When you cannot leave, you must become the master of where you stay. It moves like a phantom underwater, silent, deadly. It explores the crevices where the light never reaches, hunting the creatures of the dark. A specialist of the shadows, thriving in the murky silence of the abyss. Success is measured in blood. To lose the sky is to win the sea. In the Galapagos, every evolution is a trade, a sacrifice made at the altar of survival. The serpent of the sea claims its prize. Number 5. The magnificent frigate bird, the pirate king of the Galapagos skies, a thief with a wingspan of 7 feet and a heart of cold, calculated greed. The sky's most ruthless marauder. Their red throat is more than a display. It is a beacon of power, a signal that they own the air. But their true strength lies in their ruthlessness. They do not hunt the sea, they conquer those who do. They are the masters of the aerial heist. They harass, they intimidate, and they take what isn't theirs. A life of crime on the wing, fueled by the desperation of an island that gives nothing for free. They never touch the water. Their feathers are not waterproof. If they sink, they die. They live on the absolute edge of the sky, balancing on the wind between life and a watery grave. The ultimate aerial gambler. Number 4. The land iguana, a sun-drenched sentinel of the volcanic wastes. They live in the furnace of the inland lava fields, where life is a slow, agonizing burn. The keepers of the fire. They eat thorns for breakfast. To survive here, you must have a stomach of iron and a heart of stone. It is a brutal adaptation for a brutal land. They find sustenance where others find only pain. A life of iron. The island is a furnace. At noon, the only way to survive is to disappear, to wait in the cool dark of the earth until the world stops burning. A daily retreat into the shadows of the underworld, waiting for mercy. They are the silent watchers of the waste, patient beyond human understanding, waiting for the next rain that may not come for years. In the Galapagos, patience isn't a virtue. It's the only way to stay alive. Number 3. The Galapagos fur seal. Not the creature of the open sunny beach you expect. They are the ghosts of the rocky grottos, shadows that hide in the wet stone and cold spray. They hide from the sun in the deep cold shadows of the cliffs. A world of salt and darkness. A secret life lived on the fringe of the islands, where the land meets the crushing power of the Pacific. A life of spray. When the sun finally fades, they emerge. They hunt in the twilight, shadows among shadows. The deep sea is their playground and their killing field. They move with a silent, terrifying purpose in the dark. In the water, the clumsy rock dweller becomes a ballerina of death, agile, silent, invisible to its prey in the dark. To master the shadows of the sea is to master the Galapagos night, the ghost of the deep. Number 2. The Sally Lightfoot crab, a splash of scarlet on a canvas of obsidian. Scavengers on the front lines of the ocean's fury, the infantry of the archipelago's shoreline. They live where the sea meets the stone in a violent embrace. To survive here, you must hold on with everything you have. One slip is a death sentence. The ocean is always waiting to reclaim its own. A life of grip. They are the cleaners of the islands. They eat what others leave behind. A vital, rhythmic role in the archipelago's dark biological machinery. A life of constant motion in a world that never stops moving. Mechanical survival. They are the acrobats of the abyss. Fast, nimble, jumping between life and death on the edge of the world's end. Every step is a gamble. Every jump is a prayer to the gods of the tide, the red heart of the rocks. And finally, number 1, the waved albatross, the ultimate wanderer of the Pacific. They spend years at sea, never touching land, until the call of home becomes an irresistible command. The king of the archipelago. They don't fly, they master the gale. A leap of faith from the edge of the world into the heart of the storm. A mastery of the impossible. They are the ghosts of the wind, soaring where others are grounded by fear. Their dance is a symphony of clicks and clacks, a bond forged in the absolute wilderness, a promise kept across thousands of miles of open, heartless ocean. Love in the time of the volcano, a bond of bone. They are the soul of the Galapagos, unfettered, unyielding, free. To see them is to see the raw, beautiful truth of survival. They are the ultimate masters of the island's mystery, the lords of the lonely sky. 10 creatures, 10 stories written in the language of survival. The Galapagos is not just a place on a map. It is a crucible, a forge where life is tested, broken, and remade in the image of the islands themselves. In the silence of the Pacific, the mystery remains. Survival is not a victory. It is a state of being, the raw, unvarnished truth of the islands, a mystery wrapped in shadows and guarded by the fire. If you have the courage to follow the path of nature's dark secrets, join our journey. Like, share, and subscribe. Use the thanks button to support our exploration. Until the next mystery unfolds in the dark.